Hi, I'm Stan Hustad of The Christian Entrepreneur. Thank you for your time. Entrepreneur, what's the title of your book? Oh, you don't have one yet. In the future, you business leader, you entrepreneur, you're man or woman going to make a difference in the marketplace, you'll need to write a book. So think about that right now. It'll be your story, it'll be your wisdom, it'll be the way people get to know you, it'll be the way you demonstrate your wisdom and insight. In fact, it'll give you a sense of personal strategy because you're creating the story you want to be able to tell someday. Well, the title of my book has already been taken. Carrie Fisher, from Star Wars fame, Princess. In her real life, before she died tragically, she wrote a book called Postcards from the Edge. What a wonderful title, Postcards from the Edge. And she kind of lived that way. But you know, we as entrepreneurs, particularly Christian entrepreneurs, that's where we live. We're on the edge. We're not over the edge, but we're always on the edge of new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of taking important and powerful risks. We do live on the edge. Well, this video series will be called On the Edge. And of course, someday it'll be a book and maybe you'll be in it. What's the title of your book going to be? Just think about that. Hello and welcome. And yes, I am the Stan in that little video clip that you just saw. And I produced a number of those, and I continue to do these little 90-second kind of, hopefully, little wisdom and insight and truth that might get you thinking and helping you be better, particularly as an entrepreneur. As I've mentioned before, I am now one of the co-leaders of a new organization called the Christian Entrepreneur Network. And part of what I do will be to take some of the experience that I've had, particularly in the broadcast media, and be one of the spokespersons and one of the teachers and one of the business coaches involved in that, producing a whole lot of video programs and a lot of online video classes and courses on how to combine the things of the Bible and the things of good business. And hopefully you'll join me and my colleagues at tcentrepreneur.org. That's tcentrepreneur.org. Now, along with that, I am also putting on a new internet radio program that is related to the Christian Entrepreneur Network, and I am a radio guy. This is my symbol, this old-fashioned radio microphone, which, by the way, is very old, but it still works great, the old-fashioned RCA microphone. Now, when I left teaching and went into radio, my mother said to me, Stanley, of course, she's my mother, Stanley, it didn't surprise me that you left teaching, which you loved, and went into radio, because you've always loved radio. Ever since you were a small child, you'd sit in front of a radio. And I remember when you were really young, you couldn't quite figure out, and you went and looked behind the radio trying to find the people in the radio. I didn't know that, but that was her story. But that's true. I loved to listen to the radio. I was a ham radio operator. Again, Mother said, you know, I would oftentimes have to make you go to bed because you were up there listening to the shortwave radio that you actually made. You made it yourself. And listening to Voice of America and Radio Moscow and the BBC. And, of course, the great missionary radio station HCJB. And how would I know that I would be involved in missionary radio at some time? But that's exactly what happened. And so we are putting together an internet radio program. Surprisingly, it used to take a 500,000 watt transmitter with 7 huge towers powered by 2 diesel locomotives to reach the world with radio. That's what I did. But now, it's internet, and I can reach just as many people, perhaps more, with greater clarity by being on internet radio. Things have changed a lot. But the basics of radio still being a powerful, intimate medium, a way to connect with people, and for them actually to experience the hearing. Faith comes by hearing, and to be able to give pictures to it. I remember one time there was a story from Brazil when they had radio in the Amazon regions, and we were actually part of that, and Television finally began to make its way into the Amazon, and one little boy, when he first saw television, thought it was rather fascinating, but he said he still preferred radio because the pictures were better. It's the media of imagination. And that's what we're all about. We want to have tips and strategies, stories and testimonials and things that in about a 20-minute program every day, at least Monday through Friday, and maybe on Saturday. We take Sunday off. It'll be something that I think you'll find wonderful. I think you'll enjoy it. We'll have lots of people, lots of guests. It won't just be me talking. And it's called, appropriately enough, Radio on the Edge. And it is on the edge. I think you'll find it a bit edgy. You'll think it'll push you to the edge of your thinking, and hopefully help you to join us. And I'd love for you to join us. The Christian Entrepreneur Network, tcentrepreneur.org, and all over the world and all over the internet, you'll now be discovering Radio on the Edge. I hope that I'll hear from you as you hear from me. All the best and blessings. Please contact me. I would appreciate your support. I would appreciate all the things you can do to help me, recommend people to me. If you want to know how you can help me more, just, again, stanhustad@gmail.com, stanhustad@gmail.com. And again, thanking you in advance for all you do. Best and blessings, and bye for now.